they're chocolate chip cookies. No. I don't know. There's so many things. Ugh. Bam. And I will see you. Oh my god. I just dabbed. I just dabbed. Hey guys, it's Jenna, what is up, and welcome back to my channel. Can we talk about this new setup? Oh my friggin' lord. Not gonna lie, I just finished doing this like 20 minutes ago. My parents came over the other night and helped me put up a little bit of it, but it actually took a lot longer than we thought. So my parents did have to go home before we finished, so I just finished literally like 20 minutes ago, like I said. And I'm so happy with it, and the last strip turned out to be a lot easier than the first two, so I was happy about that. I was a little bit worried about doing it myself, but it turned out really well. If you do want this wallpaper or some sort of wallpaper like this is actually a removable wallpaper. It's made out of like some really cool vinyl material, and I got it from an Etsy shop. I think it was called Colorway Florals on Etsy. I will link it down below, but oh my goodness guys, can we just talk about how perfect this is for me as a person? Like, if you do not know, I really like minimalistic black and white kind of design. I was trying to choose between a floral like rose pattern or like a minimalistic black and white pattern, and this is like literally like in between. So I just thought it was perfect. And anyways, we're going to get right into this video. I am doing a Q&A, and I love doing these. And if you do not follow me on both of my Instagrams, I have my personal Instagram, which is Jenna Rose Beasley, and then I have my Etsy shop Instagram, which is Planning Roses. I posted a picture on both of those to ask you guys to ask me some questions, so I am going to get right in to answering them. There were so many questions between the two accounts, so if I do not answer your question, please don't be offended. A lot of them I have been asked before, so if your question's not included, that's probably the reason. But we're going to get right into this. The first question is from Butterfly Planner, or The Butterfly Planner, and she asks, who is your beauty inspiration? And to be honest, I don't really have like an inspiration. I really just like to be myself and kind of just make my own rules. And I know that sounds so cliche, like just be yourself kind of thing, but like really that's what I do. I don't follow a lot of beauty people on Instagram or do a lot of that sort of thing, so I don't really have anyone to look at day by day. So I definitely would say that just my inspiration is just being myself. Okay, so the next question, I'm not going to actually say the names of everybody. I feel like I'm just gonna butcher every single one of them. So I'm just going to put a picture of it here, but she asked, do you know the history of decorative planning? When did it become a thing with all the terms, full boxes, mystery kit, etc.? Have a blessed day. You have a blessed day as well. And I would definitely say this started a little over 2 years ago. I would say it was like just before I opened my shop. It was definitely very influenced by Andrea from Skill Prints Co. as well as Elle Fowler from the Glam Planner. I know that there were other shops back then as well, but I feel like they had a really big following, especially Elle Fowler, and when she kind of connected with Scribble Prints Co. and they kind of had their little friendship. I don't even know if are they friends anymore? I have no idea. But I feel like that was when the whole like full boxes, kits kind of thing came into play. Before that, I don't think there were any kits. I feel like it was just like individual things that you kind of piece together, which I kind of miss that about planning, but I would definitely say it was back then, probably in like the summer before I opened my shop. So the summer of 2015, because I opened on November 2nd of 2015. So yeah, I would definitely say it was back then, mainly because of Elle Fowler, which that's actually the person that I kind of started watching, and that's how I was introduced to planning, which is kind of cool. Next question is, what is your favorite music artist? And I would definitely say it's a tie between, there's like 3 of them. There's Oh Wonder, which is like, they're amazing. I found a new one, which is Nouveau Amour, I believe that's what they're called, but amazing as well. And Bon Iver, or Bon Iver? Bon Iver. I don't know what it is, but those 3 are like my main. I really like soft emotional music. I don't know. Go check those out. Those are definitely my faves. Next question is, what is your favorite thing about your new house? Love you too. And I think I've mentioned this in a lot of my vlogs, but I honestly cannot decide what my favorite part of my house is. I love this space here. I love my closet. I love my bedroom. Just everything as it's coming together, like it's just, everything's my favorite. My living space, the planting roses office, just everything is my favorite and I'm just obsessed. Next question is, do you have any ideas if you're going to be traveling off to Europe anytime soon? Love from Argentina. Love you too. And I have actually been thinking about traveling to Greece. I think Greece is gorgeous and I'm just really intrigued by it, I guess, and just how it looks. It's just beautiful. Okay, so the next question is, I know you talked about getting another dog. What kind of dog do you have in mind, or age of the dog? And I think I did mention this, and I have been thinking, and I don't really know if I'm going to get another dog just because I've asked for opinions from other people that have multiple dogs, and they say that it's not the best. And like obviously Penny would have someone to play with and just to be there with her, but then at the same time, there's jealousy issues, there's another dog to have to worry about, and I don't know. Right now, as of right now, I think I'm just gonna stick with having one dog, just Penny, and then we always go to the park now and she sees lots of other dogs. I'm actually in the process of looking for an actual dog park to take her to and like take her off the leash so she could run and go play with dogs. I don't know how she's gonna be with that, just because I've taken her in the past to like dog classes where you just put them with a bunch of dogs and she honestly gets so scared. And I don't know if it was just like the place that we were or like how it was just in a basement with a bunch of larger dogs running around, other puppies and that sort of thing. I don't know if it was that or if she's actually she's just not a social dog. I don't know. So I think I'm just gonna stick with one dog for now, but maybe in a few years once Penny's like 4, I feel like I'm talking about my children, but like maybe when Penny's 3 or 4, I'll get another puppy. I'm not really sure what kind or age, probably like from puppy. But anyways, yeah, that's definitely what I've been thinking. Okay, so the next question is, what is your key to staying motivated? Lately, I've been so unmotivated that I let the whole day pass without completing my to-do list. I need some inspiration, and I'm the type of person that I would rather be doing stuff rather than not. I feel like when I am not doing anything, I'm like constantly in my head thinking about what I could be doing, and it stresses me out more just sitting there not doing anything than it is to actually go and do that thing. So I'm probably not the best person to ask, but the off day where I am unmotivated, I would say that the biggest thing that I dread is actually just starting. But once I push myself to get past that and actually start my to-do list, I am good for the rest of the day. I am motivated. I just check those things off like no tomorrow. So I feel like if you just push yourself that little bit to get started, that's like, it's like pushing yourself over the hill and then the rest of the way is like smooth sailing. I do know it's a lot easier said than done, but I think if you just push yourself over that first little hill, you'll be good. Okay, so next question is, what is something on your bucket list that doesn't include traveling? And this is something that has been on my bucket list forever, and technically I have already checked this off, but I don't really include it. But basically, I've always wanted to just be on TV, whether that be in a commercial or like, I don't even know, an extra on something, but I just want to see myself on TV, which technically a few years ago I was on like a news station, but it was just for like that town, and it was for this like dance thing that we did for the town. So I don't really include that as being on TV, but technically I have checked that off. So that's pretty cool, but I still do really want to be on like a commercial or something. Next question is, can you possibly say my name again? I find it so sweet how you say it. Wibke. Wibke? Wibke. Can you please tell me how to say your name? Because Wibke, or I don't know how to say your name, I love you so much, and thank you so much for always being such a huge supporter of my shop. I have known about you since I've opened my shop, and it's just crazy that you still support it and I still see your name all the time, and I love you. So thank you, Wibke. Next question is, since you moved out of your first place, what do you miss about it that your new place doesn't have? And the number one thing that I would say would be where Penny and I have always walked at the old place. I loved just the surrounding area of my old apartment. It was just so gorgeous. There was a river, there was like really nice viewing places of the river that I always went and took Penny. And it was just a really nice thing to have every night, is just to go on a walk with Penny. We still do here, but there's just not as nice of like viewing places around here. I don't know. Yeah, I would definitely say the, what is it? The surrounding area? The view? The location. Why couldn't I think of that? The location is definitely not as nice as my old place. Next question is, are you renting or do you own your home? It is really beautiful and I love watching your weekly vlogs. Thank you. And I am actually renting this place. Originally, after a year of renting my old place, I was going to look for something to purchase, but I did talk around to a few people, some people that knew a lot about this kind of housing situation, and they said that I should probably save up a little bit more so that I could have a really good down payment on a house. They thought that would be a good idea, and I'm just really thankful that I have enough money to be able to rent a place for another year. And I actually did pay all of my rent up front, which is really nice, and so I don't have to worry about my rent from month to month. It's already paid for the entire year, so I'm really excited about that, and I'm really thankful that I can do that. And I'm thinking within the next 1 to 2 years, I'm hoping I will be able to actually purchase a house, which I think would be a great investment because I am only 23, which is awesome, and to be able to own a house probably by the age of 25, 26, I think that would be a really good thing. So yeah. Next question is, hey girl, love your shop and stickers and videos and everything. Thank you, Katie. I actually know Katie. So lucky to get to this because I always miss your Q&As. Anyways, what advice would you give someone that is having trouble establishing their shop? And my number one thing with smaller shops is social media is huge. And I feel like that was a huge reason, I think I've talked about this before, but that was a huge reason why my shop had success from the get-go, is because I already had a pretty big following on YouTube before I opened my shop. So I already had all of those people kind of watching me and kind of seeing what I was doing. And then I did already have a pretty good following on Instagram, and you just have to keep up with posting. Hashtags on Instagram are a huge thing when you first start out. YouTube's a big thing. I know that some shops don't have YouTube channels, and I feel like YouTube is a pretty awesome thing to kind of grow your shop, as well as just being different. I've said this before, just be different, but at the same time you have to take into account what is trending, what looks good, that sort of thing. And really the aesthetic of your stickers, it matters a lot. Just aesthetic of your shop as well as social media and being different. Yeah. Okay, so the next question is your favorite quote. And funny thing, I have my favorite quote actually right here. It is from a book called Milk and Honey. I'm sure you guys know about it, but it's a poetry book. And the quote is, I have what I have and I am happy. I've lost what I lost and I am still happy. And I just think that's a great quote. I don't really want to go into it. I'm sure it explains itself, but it's just a very inspiring quote to me, and I just really like it. Okay, so the next question is actually a bunch of different questions, so I'm going to quickly go through these kind of like a speed round. So the first one is, why did you start dancing? And my older sister, Alicia, actually started dancing, and then I kind of followed in her footsteps. How long have you been dancing for? Started when I was 8, so 15 years. What kind of shoes do you wear? If you're talking about dance shoes, I really like Block and Capezio. And then, do you ever think about getting a tattoo? Which, fun fact, I actually do have a tattoo already. Some people did notice it in my trying on bathing suits video, but it is here, and it's a very like basic white girl tattoo. It's an infinity sign, and it says love dance kind of written in the infinity sign with a little heart on the end. It's really cute. But I am thinking about getting it redone just because the ink's kind of wearing off and it looks pretty bad. So getting that redone, and I'm also thinking about getting another tattoo on my forearm here of something to do with roses, because I feel like roses really encompass me as a person, and it has a deep place in my heart. Just a place in my heart, and just because I have planting roses, my YouTube channel's jennA Rose, my name's jennA Rose, I just feel like roses are special to me, so I really want to get something like that. And then lastly, she asks, how did you discover YouTube? And really, I just started watching YouTube, and then I'm like, hey, I really want to do this. I didn't have a ton of friends, so I felt like this was kind of a different way to talk to people and connect with people. And yeah, I'm pretty sure that's like a lot of the reason why a lot of people start making YouTube videos. Just because it's like really nice to be able to talk to people, but then like not actually talk to people, if that makes sense. So anyways, yeah, that is everything. Next question is, what is your favorite color palette? This is an interesting question, but I would definitely say, like, if it comes to design, this right here is my color palette, except for the yellow in there. Really wish those letters were not yellow, but I ran out of letters. But definitely black, white, greenery, some wood tones, you know, that kind of thing. But if I was just talking about like designing a kit in my Etsy shop and that sort of thing, I really like teals and burgundies. Those really make me happy, and peaches. Yeah, that's real good. Okay, so the next question is, if you could only use one specific makeup product, what would it be and why? And I've noticed these last few weeks I haven't been wearing a ton of makeup, but the one thing that I always feel like I have to put on before I go somewhere is brow product. And I think it's because I'm kind of self-conscious of my eyebrows. I do have some bald spots in my eyebrows, and I don't know if it's from doing my eyebrows so much, but I always have to fill them in. I feel naked if I don't, so yeah. Okay, the next up, Mad Makeup. She asked a ton of different questions, and she is actually my friend on Snapchat. We talk all the time. I believe her name's Kayla, and she said that she put a bunch of different questions. I'm gonna do this kind of as another speed round, but she said, if you could learn any language, what would it be? And I would say French. I don't really like to learn other languages, so French would probably be the easiest. What's your top 5 favorite items / drinks at Starbucks? Oh my goodness, there's way too many. Iced cinnamon dolce latte or just cinnamon dolce latte, iced caramel macchiato, salted caramel mocha, that's my like go-to in the winter. Their s'mores bars are to die for. And then they used to have toffee doodle cookies. They got rid of them. What? I'm sorry, Starbucks. Why did you get rid of my favorite cookies ever? So I would definitely say those, but now that they've gotten rid of them, I would say that my second choice for cookie is just their chocolate chip cookies, which are real bomb. And I do have one downstairs, and I'm real excited to have after my dinner. Next is, what city do you want to live in? And I would say my ultimate goal would be to live in Toronto, just because it's like bigger and there's more opportunity there, but at the same time I don't want to live there because there's a lot of crime, it's really busy, and also it's really expensive to live there. So I would say if I did get more money and, you know, was getting bigger here on YouTube and whatnot, I would move to Toronto. Next one is, are you planning on buying any more luxury handbags in the near future? If so, what? And yes, I do plan on buying more and probably sticking in the LV range. I don't really know if I want to branch off into any other ones. Like, I'm not a huge fan of like the really fancy Chanel bags and that sort of thing. It's not really my style, but I feel like the like laid back casual but still luxury style of Louis Vuitton is like my go-to, and I really, really want a, what is it called? Something petit. I'll put it here. It's a really pretty bag, and I'm considering maybe buying it for myself for my birthday this year. Let me know if I should. Next is, can you show us your mug collection? Yes, that is going to be a video I'm going to be doing very soon, because y'all know, if you watch my vlogs, I have a real big mug collection, and it is one of my favorite things in the entire world. And then lastly, what's your favorite ride at Canada's Wonderland? And I would say the Bat. 100% the Bat is bomb. It's the one that you like go forward and do crazy things, and then you go backwards and do the same thing. It's real fun. So that was all of those questions. Okay guys, so those were all of the questions that I'm going to be answering today. What I decided to do was I answered all of the questions from my personal Instagram account here, and then I'm actually going to be making my plan with me, which if you do not follow Planning Roses on YouTube, I would definitely do that if you are interested in planning stuff and whatnot. I will have it linked down below, but I will be doing my Plan With Me Monday, which is going to be going up on Monday, and I will be answering all of the questions from the Planning Roses Instagram post there. So if you do want to see those questions, definitely go subscribe to that channel. And if you haven't subscribed here already, definitely hit that subscribe button, as well as hit the notification bell to get notified whenever I upload, which you will want to do that because I have so many exciting things that I want to film. I am so pumped, and yeah, okay. Anyways, I love you guys so much. I hope you enjoyed. Give this video a thumbs up if you like my new filming background. Okay, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys! I had all and then most of you, some and now none of you. Taking me back to the night we met.